Good morning, fervent viewers. So we begin on a sad note this morning. At least 6 persons have died and several others wounded in a ghastly motor accident yesterday, May 8th evening. The accident, which occurred on the Bongbang Highway, east region of the country, involved a vehicle and a heavy-duty truck. And these are some of the faces that are said to have perished in the accident. As announced, the cause of the accident is still unknown. Territorial Administration Minister Paul Athanganji has instructed the identification of an arrest of some people who claim to be members of the Enough is Enough movement. According to him, they usurp the identity of teachers to prolong the claims to which President Paul Biya has already provided concrete solutions. The information is contained in a communique he signed on April 6. A Cameroonian identified as Pierre-Eric Mugnol is currently under police custody in Gabon, accused of having gouged out the eyes and cut off an ear of his companion. The incident occurred on April 22, 2022 at Alibadeng in Gabon during a fight with his concubine Chantal, a Gabonese shopkeeper. According to the public prosecutor's office, charges against him are serious and he risks 20 years in prison. Reports say the victim is between life and death. Onto something else, sons and daughters of the Southwest region have been called upon to come together in unity in order to foster development and peace in the region. The call was made recently during the Southwest Youth Conference organized by the Southwest League. Emanuela tells us more.
On whole, the 6 divisions of the Southwest region came together to discuss and find a path towards development and peace in the region. This was only possible through the Southwest Youth Conference, which took place at the weekend in Boya. From the evolution of the political history of Cameroon to the importance of agriculture to the youth, and back to the call on the Southwesterners to get engaged in the media so that information can easily flow. These youths from Kupe Maninguba, Fako, Lebialem, Manu, Meme and Dian were schooled on the different ways that they can bring development to the region. Kizito Esua is the president of the Southwest Youth League. He says it is time for the youth to have a unanimous voice to chart the way forward on the development and peace in the region.
All Southwest Youth Conference today in Boya, so that we can chart the way forward of our beloved region of the Southwest. There is no gainsaying to the fact that over 95% of those who are in the bushes, those who have arms, are the youths. And again, the youths are the most affected.
But the Lebialem leader, Hilary Asson Kemasong Jr., has a worry.
Elite. And so my worry was we have an elitist class that is just so selfish, so stingy. They have over the years not accepted to share with the youth.
Akwaya too has a problem, but it is linked to agriculture that has to do with roads.
There is a problem. The problem is how can you get to Akwaya?
President Kizito Esua says this is not a conference, but a process.
Caution, like I said, it's not an event, it's a process.
The ex-students of the government high school in Njungo have converged for their annual general meeting in Douala. During the event, the Nexans raised proposals geared towards rehabilitating their alma mater. Dolingonde.
Going beyond the need to reunite after school days, the ex-students of Government High School in Njungo, a locality in the southwest region of Cameroon, are meeting in Douala for their extraordinary General Assembly today.
The vision of this association is seeing how we can foster the growth and development of our young ones back at home in the very school in which we passed through to become what we are today.
The school, which was created in 1996, has witnessed at least a student representing each batch during this enlarged AGM.
Thanks to our president who is organizing a tournament in the village to motivate, to bring people together. Through this, people will be motivated to send their children back to school.
After long-term deliberations, the president, Peter Forikik, though digitally represented, adheres with the entire GHS Njungu Students Association, the Nexans, on the need to continue providing their alma mater with PTA teachers by the next academic year, scholarships, prize award giving ceremonies, the rehabilitation of dilapidating structures, and, unexhaustively, the erecting of the science department of the school. We now talk with the pioneer principal of the school, who calls this kind gesture laudable in his own words.
I'm very happy that I've met my own children, and I'm very happy to see that they are creating something which will be very unique.
Given that most of the ex-students are yet to be established in life, an erudite in the person of Chief Dr. Fonge Julius has been the keynote speaker during this event.
I'm finding young people who have been a product of a particular establishment after a few years coming together to put their resources to benefit that institution is what appreciated. We expect that the students should be able, first and foremost, to act as role models to those who are still in school. The only thing I have to say is that, the ex-students cannot do it alone. They should have to work in synergy with these ex-students to be able to make them benefit from their activities.
Meanwhile, Miss Folebe Susan, who won the Miss Opankongo Beauty Contest for this year, has pledged to use her influence for more developmental projects as a member of this association.
To look back to my women in the village, especially the young girls, to bring them up, to make them to know, especially about women empowerment, because they're back in the village, they really lack a lot. So I have to make them to know that women have a lot to play also in the society.
Meantime, outstanding individuals have been recognized for their zealousness with the presentation of these awards, and one of such is Mr. Fonge Timothy, a pioneer teacher of GHS Njungu.
We only hope that what I've started will mature into something very grandeur, and that we're very instrumental in making sure that that school regains its old glory.
With every project stated and recorded on the pipeline, the Nexans say all what is left now is the commencement of the implementation phase due in no distant time.
On our health page, Bokengo Nkemia Worthy tells us about post-traumatic stress disorder, highlighting the symptoms, causes, and management of this mental health condition.
Watch out for signs and symptoms such as
symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorders may appear within a month of the event taking place, or may appear months or years after the event has taken place. These symptoms are often grouped into four. We have the intrusive memories, whereby the person relieves this event via flashbacks, nightmares, disturbing dreams. We also have avoidance, whereby in this case, the person is trying to avoid anything that will remind him of the event that has taken place. He avoids talking about the event. He avoids people or places that the event might have occurred there. The third is negative changes in thinking and mood. Here, the person feels hopeless. Aside from feeling hopeless about his case, he feels numb towards emotions, and he faces difficulties in expressing positive emotions towards other people. The last symptom is changes in physical and emotional reactions. Here, the person is easily startled or frightened. He easily has anger bursts or shows signs of aggressiveness. He faces trouble concentrating. He faces trouble sleeping as well.
Worth mentioning is the fact that if post-traumatic stress disorder is not well managed, persons suffering from the mental health disorder may develop complex post-traumatic stress disorder, which affects a person's emotional regulation and core identity over time. However, experts say early diagnosis, counseling together with psychotherapy and antidepressants are a package of treating post-traumatic stress disorder.
And that was it for today's edition of Prime Flash, produced by Junior Pelama. Thanks to the technical assistance of Chinda Romeo and our broadcast technician Noel Tamnjong. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. You have details of more stories on our 6:30 p.m. Prime News with Fon Quinter. Coming up next is The Brief with Lasha Kingsley and Gladys Bomotongina. Have a nice time.